Hello, welcome to my video guide to Dubai. My name is Alessandro Rocco Pietrocola, and I've been helping people to relocate to Dubai, to incorporate their business for many years now. And I record this video guide for you so that you can know all the plus and minus of relocation to Dubai. And just below of this video you may find possibility to book a one-to-one section with me. During this guide I will try to reply to all the most common questions. I will try to clarify the most common option, but remember that I'm always available to have a one-to-one section with you, and you can book just clicking on the button below. Let's move to the computer screen and let's have the presentation going. So let's start this video guide with the main reason to relocate to the UAE. Of course, the main reason that can take you to UAE may be different, and everybody has his own reason, but I divide in this presentation four macro group. So people are interested to relocate to the UAE to invest, to open a business, to get a job, or for having tax residency and enjoy the Dubai lifestyle. Of course, when you think to relocate to the UAE, you have to pick the best city. The majority of people who is watching this video probably is interested in Dubai. Dubai is really hot at the moment, so they're looking to relocate to Dubai. You have to consider that it doesn't really matter which emirate will issue you visa. You can live in any city you wish in the UAE. So all what you have to check out is to find a good deal, good price, understand what you can afford, and enjoy your lifestyle, your dream life. The UAE is by 7 different emirates, so it's a sort of city. The 7 main cities are Abu Dhabi, H1, Dubai, Fujairah, Ras Al Khaimah, Sharjah, and Oman Al Quwain. The most popular is Dubai and of course Abu Dhabi, but for many of you may be interested to get visa from other, or open a company in other emirates, and may be as well cheaper to relocate to the UAE. Okay, so if you're watching this guide and you are a business owner, freelance, or employee, so these are the 3 category of people that may be interested in relocate and move to Dubai. So if you are a business owner, I will try to analyze now each of them to understand what is the benefit for you to relocate to the UAE. So if you're a business owner and you currently run a business in your country, you can easy export your business, especially if it's a global business, to the UAE, and the benefits are really many. So the first thing you have to consider as a business owner is where you should incorporate the company and how does it work in the UAE, and what are your opportunity to bring your business in this country. If you are a freelancer and you have already some specific skills, UAE is looking probably for you, especially if you are in IT, in accounting, service provider, or you are a bookkeeper, or as well simply hairdresser and this other artistic profession. They may be huge opportunity for you in UAE because it's a new market and it's really growing a lot, and they are looking for many professionals. If you're just an employee in your country and you're looking for a better opportunity, you may have a look, and I will suggest as well how to create your CV and how to and where to apply, which website to apply. It will be very interesting for you to find a job. Probably you may have a better income than in your home country. Now, I will try to analyze and dig inside for each of you what are the things what you should consider when you relocate to the UAE, and what are the main things you should apply for and to be completely settled in the UAE. So let's start from the business owner. As I mentioned at the beginning of this guide, I try to describe the most common situation, most common mistake, but of course, if you need a specific evaluation of your case, always is better to have a one-to-one call. Now, as a business owner, you should think which type of business license do you need, and after, if you need or not a residency visa, and of course opening a corporate bank account. Now, one of the most question what I receive daily is how to pick the best free zone for my company. Do I need to apply for a free zone company or for mainland company? And how I can get my working visa or investor visa and so on. So in UAE there are 45 free zones, and each of them have their own rules and their own fee. So the first thing is to understand clearly which type of business you're in and what exactly you wanna offer. If you pick if you have a clear idea about what you want to do in the UAE, you can easily pick the best free zone for you. And as regard the residency visa or the investor visa, you can apply for your visa without any problem, and your visa will be connected with the business license of your company. Depends how you will it depends how much you will pay for your license. You will have a sort of quote for your visa, and you may have one visa, two visa, three visa. Typically with the free zone company, usually you can arrive up to 6 visa. Some free zone allowed you to have more than 6, but there are some further condition apply, so you should have an office within the free zone, etc., etc. When it comes to corporate bank account, it's a very complicated to open a corporate bank account at the moment, but it's of course possible, and you still need for your business. You may start with some solution, with some payment solution. They start to be more and more popular in the UAE. For example, as Made and Pay could help you to have an IBAN very fast, usually within 1 week from the incorporation, and you may start to receive and sell your service. When it comes to the freelance, there are basically the same things as a business owner, but the license are slightly different, and the company is considered just for the freelancer itself. So it's a sort of like a one-man company. So you can apply for your personal bank account. It's much easier than a corporate bank account. You can open your personal bank account once you get your visa, I would say much easier than the corporate bank account and much more straightforward. The same as for business owner, you should apply for a sort of freelance permit or freelance license. The same, there are different options and there are different free zone that they offer different freelance license. So typically, if you are looking for this type of license, you have to understand exactly which type of activity. You are an hairdresser, you are an accountant, you are an IT specialist, or whoever you are, you have to understand which free zone is offered that your specific license permit. And after, you can easily compare online the price between the free zone and make sure what is the best free zone for you. Again, it doesn't really matter in which free zone you apply for your freelance permit. Same as for the business license, you can live in any city of the UAE without any problem. Now, if you are an employee and you're thinking to relocate to Dubai, you should consider where you can find the best job offer. There are a lot of portals in the UAE. I will mention some later on in following slides. So you may have a look what are the offer. Usually there are lots of offer in the UAE because Dubai and Abu Dhabi are really growing a lot. So I will suggest you to start to look for a job in these two cities. There are also some portal offered by UAE government where you can see and you can apply and you can study. There are lots of free information where you can learn something new and you can understand how does it work in the UAE, and sometimes you can get even some technical knowledge so that you can expand your knowledge. You can see also another point of view. So it's very interesting. But the best option if you're looking for a job in UAE and you are ready to relocate here as employee, I suggest you to look on main job offer website in UAE, so that you can have already sort of job offer before you come to the UAE. Consider that you can't come to live to the UAE and after looking for a job, but you can always come as tourist, make your interview, and after if you find which company can hire you, you can always start at any time the process of your employment visa. Now let's dig a little bit more inside, and I will reply the most common question what I usually receive from business owner or from entrepreneurs that are located around the world and want to relocate to the UAE, to Dubai in general. They feel that there is a lot of opportunity in relocating here, and Dubai and UAE in general is a really interesting global hub, especially if your business is not location related, or you are in e-commerce, or you are selling on Amazon, or you are a coach, or you sell any digital product, you are a trader, you are a crypto entrepreneur, crypto trader, or working in different fintech project, and so on and so on. So the most asked question are the following. So the first is how to move your business to UAE. So to move your business here, it means that you can open a business here, or you can open a branch of your current business in UAE. Now, I always suggest to open your own business and not a branch on your business here in UAE. First of all, because it's cheaper. Second is you are much more protected legally if something not go the way you planned. So Second question, which company type to choose? In Dubai, we have the free zone company, we have the offshore company, and we have the mainland company. Which is the difference between all those companies? So the offshore company are exclusivity for person that are not wishing to relocate to Dubai and not wishing to do business with Dubai. So they are only used as to do business within the rest of the world. So it's really not worth to consider an offshore if you are if you are thinking to relocate to Dubai, because with an offshore company you cannot really apply for a visa, so there is really no point for it. Now, when it comes to the free zone and company and mainland company, there is some difference in terms of exactly what you want to do. There are some benefits. So the free zone company is tax free, so basically you pay a license every year, and you pay sort of visa quote. So according to how many employee you will have, how many visa you will have, you will pay a fixed amount every year. So the tax you will pay to the government are not in function of how much profit you have, but simply in function of how many employees you have and where your company is located and which type of activity you are currently doing in Dubai. When it comes to the mainland, it's still zero tax, but from next June 2023 there will be a charge of 9% income tax. Usually the mainland company are still open to the foreign. Before was they were close to the foreign. You should have a local partner. At the moment there is no more this requirement, so every foreign can decide to open a mainland company. They are very good if you want to open an activity in the UAE. You need an office, you want to hire lots of people, you may consider. It's slightly cheaper at the license fee, and you don't pay according to how many employees you have. It's a little bit different system, but you need to have an office, and you need to have also an accountant, because you need to account all your costs, all your expenses. At the end of the year you need to submit accounts and so on. So I would say that the mainland is much more complicated. The majority of the people, especially for the one who just relocate or their first business in Dubai, they go for the free zone. So now the other question is how to pick the right free zone, how to choose between the available free zone. As I told before, there are around 45 free zone in Dubai, and even for myself it's quite difficult to understand which free zone is the best. So my approach usually with the clients is to understand what exactly they are looking for, and if for them it's important to be in Dubai or it's irrelevant, and also which type of activity they want to do. And the majority of the case, especially as I told for the person that they are in a sort of not location, not linked, no location business, so that they can do the business from wherever they are in the world. I think that one of the best free zone at the moment is Maidan. Of course, again, it's just the it's just at the moment, from my point of view, the best free zone in Dubai, and offer the possibility to customize the license, so you you pay basically as you go. So you pay for the license, you pay for the establishment card, you pay for each visa, each employee, and the same. So you can customize the license, and they have 1,500 business activity. So I'm sure that the business you wanna open in UAE may go inside it, and it's very fast. It's very also fast to incorporate license in Meydan Free Zone. So for me, it's one of the best. When I see one of the best, usually what I look for, what are the parameters that I use to consider what is the best. So first of all, the cost. Second, the location. Of course, if you how far you are from everything you may need. Third, how easy it is to open a bank account, and or if there are any other payment solution service what can benefit to my specific case. Now Meydan is matching all those things. First of all, it's a very new free zone. Well, not so new, but I mean, it has already around 10 years. But in the last year with Expo, was totally redesigned, let's say this way. And they decided to offer much more service for the business owner that wish to operate in Dubai. So for me, it's the best because it's located basically a few minutes drive from the Dubai downtown, not too far from the airport, has his own hotel inside. So if you come or if you meet clients, it will be very easy, very comfortable. The costs are relatively low for a Dubai free zone. The manager that run the free zone are really available person, and they try to act fast, and for some person to receive everything quite fast is important. And on top of that, they have their own Meydan Pay system. So basically, once you open the company, you get automatically an IBAN in your Meydan Pay. So that is a payment. It's a payment system you can download in your iPhone or your Android phone, very easy, and you can start to receive payment straight away soon after the incorporation of license. It's much faster comparison with the traditional bank system because it's a payment service provider, and the payment service provider in the UAE work a little bit different comparison to the US or to the Europe. So you get a sort of IBAN to receive payment, but you can't pay overseas, so you can't pay to your provider, but you can still transfer from your payment account, from your company payment account to your personal accounts and transfer to whoever you want. Or there are some specific point around Dubai and UAE where you can cash out the account, so you can get access to the funds. The most important here is that you can start to receive money. You can start to work with Stripe, you can start to work with Amazon, you can start to work with eBay, or with any other provider just straight away. So for me, it's really big plus. Now, let's see how to apply for a corporate license. The process is very straightforward. Basically, it's handled by us. So the clients, typically our clients, are not doing anything. So they just give a mandate, they sign an engagement letter with us, and we submit on their behalf all the documentation. But if you want to do yourself, you can contact the free zone you want to do, and you can submit all the documents required to apply for a corporate license. It's quite easy. You need to fill all the documents. You need to know what you should answer. There are lots of questionnaire, and there is a lots of negotiation with the free zone manager in order to figure it out which is the best license for you. There are lots of company providers, so if you need I will help you. My team will be very happy to help you. If you send which free zone you want to do, you can receive easy a quote from us, and we can file in your documents so that you can have your company up and running very soon. It's very important to have a professional help throughout all the process. As I told, it's not terribly complicated, but there are a lot of things that can help you to save a lot of times if you receive a professional help, and that's why I really recommend to have an expert following your case. Save time, save money, and it's much faster. Now, how to open a corporate, a personal account. So personal account, as I told, is very easy. Once you get approved your business license and you receive as director of company or as manager of company or as investor of company your visa and your Emirates ID, basically you can go yourself in any bank around UAE and open your personal accounts. It's very easy, very straightforward. All you need is the passport. You need to have a rental agreement. Probably you stay somewhere, so it will be very easy for you to have these documents, and of course the Emirates ID, what you will receive. When it comes to corporate bank account, then it's much harder. Same. It could take several months to open a corporate bank account, so you should consider this when you start your business. And again, even on this, I can help. I have a lot of relationship with different banker, so I can help you to speed up the process. In case you need, just let me know. Another common question is how to move your money to Dubai. Well, it depends. This is some kind of question what is a bit tricky to reply in general terms. Will be much better to have a case-by-case option, so the thing can change for each of you according where you're living now, where you're tax resident, and at the moment which type of business you are in, how fast you want to move to UK, how big money you want to move to UAE, etc. But just to have some general rules, I suggest to move money to the UAE slowly, and after at least 6 months you get the residency here, so that you are fully fiscal resident of the UAE as well. So there is nothing to hurry up, and also it depends in which country you're living, which type of tax system apply. Some country may still consider you as tax resident of that country the year when you relocate to UAE. Some other country may have different evaluation terms, so it's very important to understand in order to not be in the situation where you get taxed twice, or you may have some problem in your home country or the country you are relocating from for the tax. So it's very important to understand this point. Now, when it comes to how to rent an office, many free zones are offering hot desk, so it's not mandatory to have an office. It may be helpful when you want to open a bank account to show that you really have an office, but it's not mandatory. In Maidan, for example, you can just rent a hot desk, or you can have the possibility to rent any type of office you want. And as well, there are some free zone that they offer possibility to rent even outside of the free zone. There are some other free zone that they want that you rent within the free zone. For example, if visa doesn't allow you to have an office in mainland, while Maidan allowed you to rent whatever you want within Dubai, even in mainland territory or any other affiliate free zone. So it really depends from the free zone, and it really depends from the type of license you have, and also from the number of visa you have. Obviously, if you have more than 6 visa, almost all the free zone push you to rent an office, not on that, because having a business with 6 employees and not having an office is really also a little bit strange. So I guess it's absolutely normal. Now, last but not least, question is how to benefit from the zero tax philosophy. Well, as well, this is a very big question, and this also depends from many aspects. I think that the fact that there are no any tax on income, no any tax on corporate income in Dubai, it's a pillar of the zero tax philosophy. So if you relocate to Dubai and you really become fiscal residents of the UAE and you live in Dubai, you can, after a year, easy experience the zero tax philosophy on yourself. Of course, you need to be very careful. It won't help if you will not living in Dubai. If you just apply, stay a few days and fly back to your country, then it's something what can generate to you only problem, will not definitely help you to have less tax, but only more problem. Now, when it comes to freelancer, I think that all the question about the business are pretty much clear. So when it comes to the freelancer, the thing is quite similar to the business owner, and the main question are which type of activity to consider to be a freelancer in UAE. It's a good question. The border between the freelancer and the business owner is not too thick, so it's really narrow. So now, I mean, you should know if you consider yourself a freelancer or a business owner. And if we're talking about the activity, well, every professional activity can be considered as freelancer. So if you are an accountant, or if you're offering, I don't know, legal service, or if you are offering web design, or you are an IT specialist, and you may follow in the category of freelancer. In UAE, it's not really important which type of license you apply, freelancer or business license, but freelancer can be cheaper, especially if you are also under the 30 years old. So you may save a lot of money in tax. You could have even sometimes some very hot deal where you can have your tax, your annual tax cut by the half. So it's very interesting to consider if you can, if your activity or your business idea can be considered under the freelance license, can help you to save a lots of money, especially if you're under the 30 years old. Same, which free zone are the best for freelancer? It's always a good question, and as I thought, for the business owner, you have to understand first what exactly activity you will be doing. After, you can evaluate which free zone offer that activity and compare the cost, compare the tax, compare the parameter, the what apply, and documents required, etc., so that you can make the choice about which one is the cheapest and the faster free zone for you. How to open a personal bank account? If you are freelancer, same. It's very easy to open a personal bank account, the same as for the business owner. Once you get your visa approved, then it's very easy to visit any bank, and you can have bank account, your personal bank account, open in a matter of few days. How to apply for freelance license or permit, etc. It's very similar to business license, so everything can be done online if you know how to do. The best is to entrust a professional throughout all the process, and if you want to do yourself, you can visit the website of the free zone you want to apply for, or you can just drop me an email and one of my team will help you to collect all documents and submit to the chosen freelance license free zone. Now, when it comes to the employees, and I guess that there are lots of employees as well watching me, following me on my social media, and of course watching this this guide. When the first thing what you have to consider when you're looking for a job in UAE is to find which one is the best site for you to publish your CV. Now you can use LinkedIn. It's absolutely fine. It's getting more and more popular, so I really suggest you to have really nice LinkedIn page. And as well, I suggest to register and upload your CV on these two sites, like buy.com and indeed.com. The most common site in Hawaii. It's very important that you update your CV and you are really clear with what you are looking and what you want to achieve. Now you can come to Dubai as tourist, and you can have some job interview, and as well, so you can start before come to Dubai to research and book meeting and apply for the job and see if somebody invite you for an interview, so that you can optimize the time. Now, one of the most asked question is always, how do I create the right CV? How is better? What they use in UAE, etc. But well, in UAE is nothing special. General rules are applied here. You need to have some nice CV, catchy, and the business owner that is going to hire you have to understand which added value you're bringing to his business. So you should write the CV. You should explain what you know exactly, what you can do, what you can offer, what is your experience. It's really important. So I don't suggest you to send just a list of company where you worked before, or a bunch of different degree and course you did, because as a business owner, absolutely I'm not interested in this kind of things. If I hire some person, I really want to know what exactly he can do for me, and which added value he is bringing to my business. So if you decide to apply for a specific company, I recommend you to read their website, understand their business philosophy, and write a letter that mirror that business philosophy. Show your interest, show that it's really important for you to work for that company. Don't send a cold CV. Sometimes I had the experience that people apply for a position within my business, they come to interview, they have any idea, any clue who I am. They never visit the website, and for me it's really incredible and a big no, without that they even explain why they come. So really important to have your CV right. How to open the personal bank account? So you can't open a personal bank account until you not receive your employment visa. So when you receive an offer, the company will do all the job for you. Don't need to worry about anything. You will receive your employment visa, and as you receive the employment visa with Emirates ID card, you can visit any bank and you can open your personal bank account without any problem. Good luck for your job. Now, what are the documents required to process the visa? Typically, all you need is a passport and a job offer, or a business you open, or a business you invested in, or property you bought. But I mean, doesn't really matter what is behind. So once you get the possibility to apply for visa, in order to process the visa, you should have a passport. So they hold your passport. And so if you are an employee, your business owner will do. If you are a business owner yourself, you have to handle alone. Same for freelancer. So you book after a medical test. They check, they do all the check, and after, once they approve, they stamp your passport, and you have the employment visa or investor visa or whatever. If you and after few days, typically it depends, typically 2-3 weeks, you will get your Emirates ID. You need to do also biometric test, so it depends. Sometimes it can get very difficult to book an appointment, so you should wait a little bit longer for the biometrical, but check. But after, you will receive your Emirates ID, and you're basically done with everything. Now, if you wanna take your spouse, or if you have your family, or you wanna have any kids that you want to relocate with you to UAE, obviously you should have a marriage certificate, fully legalized, or birth certificate for the kids, and you can apply for a spouse visa without any problem. Now, let's have a look at the thing you should know about lifestyle in UAE before you relocate to this country. From my point of view, you need to know, you need to study a little bit the culture, you need to study a little bit the lifestyle philosophy of the country. You cannot just relocate here without understanding what you're doing. So there are some typically question what the people always ask about the life in general in the UAE lifestyle. Now, first question is nationality. Can everybody apply for residency in UAE? The general answer is yes. They have no any restriction about any nationality. So basically, everybody can apply to become a resident of the UAE. How to rent a property and deal with local checks, how to buy property without being scammed. Well, this again, it's very huge topic, and of course it depends from many point of view and depends from your specific case, but as usually I will try to be quite general and try to explain what are the common thing here. So when you rent a property for long term, you should pay for a deposit, and you should pay in advance, typically for 3 months in advance. Now the problem here is that everybody is asking for check. So if you rent for 1 year, you pay every quarter, but everybody is asking you to receive 4 checks for the amount covering all the rental agreed, and the owner of the property will cash out the check every quarter. Now this is completely different to the way how they operate in Europe or in US or in the country where you're watching me from. And it could seem a little bit confusing. So I really recommend, if it's your first time here, to rent short term, so just come to Dubai, enjoy the short term, and while you process your visa, if you're a business owner or if you are a freelancer, you can rent short term, and after, once you receive your Emirates ID, your passport, your stamp in your passport, and you have your own personal bank account, only then to switch to the long term. To start right away with a long term is really difficult, especially if you are new to the country. I really don't recommend. Now, to buy a property, it's quite easy. You should just check for agents. So basically there are several options. So if you're looking for some new properties, you can speak with a real estate broker, or you can go directly to the building company. Typically, if you go directly to the building company, you can save from 3 to 10% of the market value. It depends where your where the property is located, and from many other aspects. If you want to do with a broker agent, you can contact different broker agent. I just only ask you to check that they are legit, and to be legit means that they have a license to operate as brokerage company in UAE, and it's your right to ask to show the license, and you can check yourself online if they are registered with the Dubai municipality. So it's very easy to understand if you're dealing with an honest agency or a scammer. Now, so apart of that, now how does it work to buy a property in Dubai? Of course, can you apply for mortgage or not? Of course, if you have the cash is always the king. You have always best deal. But it's really interesting as well to see what you can get for a mortgage. Now, if you are already resident of Dubai, then you can apply for mortgage, and you have, of course, and you're receiving your salary, you have a working visa, you can apply for any mortgage from any bank of Dubai. Typically, you should have a 10 to 20% deposit, according to how old you are and according to how much money you do, etc. And you can divide the 80% with 25 years. It's very important to understand what you can buy, and also how big is your salary. You should have at least 10,000 dirham, that is around $3,000 salary, in order to apply for a mortgage. And typically, if you want to take a 2-bedroom in a not super fancy area but nice residential area of Dubai, you need at least 2 million ahead, and you should have a salary between 25 and 30,000 ahead minimum. So just for you to have some kind of idea and do your own math. Now there are 2 options to buy. You can buy some ready-made property, so some property that is already existing and you just buy, get the key, and enter the same day. Or you can buy a property that is building, and it will be delivered in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, it depends. Then you can get a better price, but you cannot use the property straight away. You cannot apply even for the property visa. If you want to apply if you want to apply for residency, buying a property, so you can't apply straight away. You should wait. Until you get the property delivered to yourself. So, but you can do a better deal, and you can agree to pay with a sort of settlement plan. So it may be interesting for you, it may be not. It really depends again from specific of each, from specific situation of each of you, and also about the investment you wanna do. I mean, how much cash do you have, how much you want to invest, and what is the plan behind. Cost of living in UAE is always a good question, and it may be higher than the city you currently live in, but if you compare with Singapore, Hong Kong, New York, or London, or any big city, it may be not so high. So again, it really depends how you want to live and how much do you want to spend in UAE, and also it's really hard. I mean, you can find many places where you can eat out for $20, and there are a bunch of other places where you need $200 if you want dine out. So it really depends how you will what is your lifestyle, and the same you may, and if you use everyday Uber, you may end up spending $1,000 a month in Uber. If you use the metro, you could save lots of money. You can spend maybe $100 a month. So it really depends what is your lifestyle, what you want to do, etc. My experience is it is higher than average regional city, but still not so high comparison with but still not so high comparison with the other global hubs. Now, another question: do I need to change my drive license? Yes, and it depends in which country you got your license. It's quite straightforward. You can change your drive license to the UAE one without any problem. Do I need to legalize my documents, and do I need to translate my documents to English or Arabic? Yes. So basically yes. If you want to legalize your document, basically when do you need to legalize your documents? If the company you are opening in UAE is owned by another company, so you need to legalize the documents of the corporate shareholder. You need to legalize the documents if you had a marriage not in the UAE and you want to apply for a spouse visa. Then you need to legalize the marriage agreement, and so it's really, really important. And one stuff what you have to consider is that UAE is not an apostille, so you can't easy apostille. You need to legalize every time the document. So let's suppose that you are living in UK and you should visit the UAE embassy with the UK documents, and they will guide you through all you need. And once you arrive in Dubai, you will get stamped in here, and the documents can be used in UAE without any problem. Yeah, of course, if you need to translate documents into English or Arabic, it's really, really important. English is accepted everywhere, but if your documents is written in Chinese, in Russian, or any other languages or word, definitely you should translate into English at least, and some documents in Arabic as well. About can I buy alcohol in UAE if I'm a foreign? Yes, you can. It's not so easy as in your hometown, so you can't buy alcohol in any supermarket or any off license just behind the corner, but there are some specific place where you can buy alcohol without any problem. The price for alcohol is much higher than in Europe or UK or US or Russia, wherever you are watching me from. So be ready to pay a little bit more comparison with your home country, but it's still possible. Same in restaurant. Not every restaurant offering alcohol. Some are offering alcohol, some not. So it really depends from the restaurant, but even in restaurant is really expensive. So I mean, the cheapest bottle of wine what you would buy for in a restaurant in US or in UK for $25-30 can easily cost $100 in a Dubai restaurant. Where is the catch? What else I have to know? It's look like a paradise. Is it really like this, etc., etc.? So what to say about Dubai and UAE? I really love this country. I have always had lots of great experience, and I really love their philosophy, their culture, everything. But you should consider many things before to relocate here, and if you're ready to live in this in this way and with this culture, and you have to understand the local culture, you have to understand the local mentality, etc., etc. So I really recommend you before to relocate to always come as tourist for maybe 2-3 weeks, just to understand what the country is, what the city is, what the philosophy is, and the lifestyle is for yourself, and see if this is matching your expectation or not. For some people it's absolutely fine. Some people may find a little bit restrictive from different point of view, etc. So I always recommend you to come and check yourself and enjoy at least a couple of weeks in Dubai before making any decision to relocate to this country. Now, a little bit of question about buying a property in UAE. It's becoming very hot topic because of the low acquisition cost, and I lastly got a lot of requests about buying a property in UAE, and just people want to understand a little bit more. So I decided to add these slides and decided to add another 10 minutes to this guide free for you. So I will explain a little bit more how buying a property in UAE work and why it's very good. So the first things what become very hot at the moment is the low acquisition cost. So the average price per square foot is much lower than in London, Hong Kong, New York, and Singapore. And the property in Dubai are generating up to 10% rental yield, and the average rental yield in New York, London, and Singapore is between 2-3%, 4%, and this is really interesting because you can get investing the same amount more than double return on investment in Dubai. And on top of it, there is no any property tax. For example, like you don't need to pay anything. So once you buy, it's yours. Something what you have to check out is to make sure if you want to buy this long term and you want to live in this property, that is a freehold. There are two types of property in the UAE: the freehold and the leasehold. Personally, I really like the freehold because I buy and I can hold forever. If you wanna buy just for the purpose of renting out, maybe for you will not make any difference if it's leasehold or freehold. So it's again really depends on you, but it's very important that you understand what the difference is and you check out what you're buying and understand what you're buying. Population is growing every year, so you will have more people to rent your flat. The price can go up as well. So it's really good moment to invest into real estate market. Another good point is the security and the safety. You can walk alone in the night. You can leave your door open. Nobody will ever touch your property. So the safety and the security in Dubai is for me one of the best topic to make a decision to relocate to this city. Everything is just perfect. You feel safe. You can leave your door open. Nobody will ever touch anything. Every building is equipped with CCTV, and they have a security in the entrance of the building, so you will feel yourself very comfortable, very safe. The same, and it's very important for property. The same, it's very easy to find who can manage your property if you spend some time out of the UAE and you still want to rent out your property. About the property visa, yeah, it's possible if you own a flat or any type of property in the UAE to apply for a residence visa based only on the fact that you own a property. There should be the property should be around $200,000 equivalent, at least in value, and you can easily apply for the property visa. Last but not least, there is the possibility to buy with your own cryptocurrency. Yes, you hear very good. If you got Bitcoin, if you have USDT, whatever crypto you have, you can buy your property in Dubai. It's not complicated, and there are lots of agents that are currently there is a lot of building company and brokerage company that currently accept cryptocurrency payment. If you're very interested in this, you can always send me an email and I will help you to find out which one is the best deal for you. Thank you very much for watching this guide. I hope you enjoy. I tried my best to give all my knowledge and to answer to all your questions. If you want to get more information, please book a one-to-one call with me. I will be more than happy to help you. And during the 120 minutes of the call, we get acquainted and analyze your situation. We evaluate how to incorporate, relocate your new existing business in the UAE, find out what work best for you and your family, and much more. Understand which type of business you need, which type of visa you need, and so on. So if you enjoy this presentation and you want to get more information, more bespoke information for your business, just book now below a one-to-one call with me. Thank you very much and see you soon.